Hey there, West Michigan. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens. Thanks for watching 13 Plus. It was going to be a stormy end to the day on Friday, and that is still expected to be the case, but it's going to be after most people have gone to bed. So you need to stay weather aware as we head into the overnight, and make sure you have that weather radio nearby in case a strong or severe storm comes near your location. While the sun was still up, though, beautiful weather across West Michigan on Friday. And that picture here from Collin Park shows a very lovely sunset, a few clouds in the sky, but no rain in West Michigan, at least not as of sundown. Thanks to Linda for sharing this photo. Of course, if you have a weather photo, we always love to show it here at 13 on your side. You can send it to me on social media, meteorologist Michael Behrens on Facebook and at Mike Behrens WX on Twitter and on Instagram. When it came to high temperatures Friday, 88 was where we landed in Grand Rapids, 90 Muskegon, 91 in Kalamazoo. Unfortunately, a rare triple miss for the forecast. Told you 92. Those 90s stayed just a little bit away from us here in Grand Rapids. Hopefully we'll start that next streak as we head toward tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, those temperatures are going down. That's why 13 weather ball is lit up in blue as cooler temperatures are in view, blinking bright with rain and storms in sight as we head through the overnight.
The 13 Weather Ball is sponsored by LaFontaine Lincoln Grand Rapids.
And of course, those temperatures tomorrow going down, but still going to be summer-like across the region. They're not going to fall too far in the overnight because there's a lot of humidity in the air. Dew points in the 70s across West Michigan, going to keep temperatures mild overnight. Very humid conditions, especially as we head into the start of the weekend. But by the time we get towards Saturday afternoon, humidity levels should start to improve. We carry 60 and 70-degree dew points into the start of Saturday and even into early Saturday afternoon before the humidity starts to fall by the end of the day. Continuing downward as we head through Sunday with some pretty comfortable conditions in store for the second half of the weekend. Your day planner out there, 68 overnight, cloudy with showers and storms coming through. Sunny and less humid for tomorrow, a high of 84. Temperatures creep down a little more for Sunday. Very nice day, mostly sunny, warm and comfortable for the second half of the weekend. The radar as of about 9:30 was starting to light up on the other side of the lake. These particular storms from Milwaukee to Chicago not really moving all that rapidly. In fact, you can see down toward the west side of Chicago a flood alert in place as these storms are just kind of sitting and dumping a lot of rain. What will bring our threat overnight, though, is the line of storms, which is now working its way from just south of Rhinelander all the way down to the northwest of Madison and back out toward the southeast of Waterloo. This is going to push across the lake as we head into this evening and bring us a threat for severe weather here in West Michigan through the overnight hours tonight. Hour-by-hour forecast here shows the storms racing across the lake as we head toward midnight through West Michigan as we head into the early AM hours of your Saturday and eventually exiting the region before sunrise on Saturday morning. You'll wake up likely to some wet areas out there tomorrow morning, possibly some tree limbs coming down as winds will be the biggest concern of this line. But the good news is we are back to quiet weather as we head through the day on Saturday and into Saturday night. Maybe a stray pop-up comes in the afternoon, but those would be few and far between, if any. We're looking quiet through the weekend and into the start of next week. Taking a look at temperatures out there for your Saturday, again, cooler than today. We'll be hanging around in the 70s as we head through portions of Ludington and South Haven. We'll warm into the 80s as we get toward Muskegon. Inland northern counties, those temperatures will be in the low 80s as we head through your Saturday. Temperatures in Grand Rapids, 84 to 83 in Kalamazoo. 13 on your side, 10-day outlook. Temperatures stay in the 80s despite the cooling trend as we head towards Sunday. We'll be warming back up to the mid-80s as we head toward midweek next week. The next widespread round of showers and storms after we get past tonight and into early Saturday doesn't come until next Thursday and Friday, and that may cool us toward the 70s by late next weekend.
The 13 on your side beach and boating forecast, sponsored by AAC Credit Union.
And now time for your beach and boating forecast. Waves tomorrow going to be highest on the north end of Lake Michigan, around 1 to 3 feet. That'll drop to 1 to 2 for central portions of the lake and just about a foot for southern end of Lake Michigan. Lots of sunshine to get out and enjoy tomorrow and lots of warm water for the lakeshore as well. We're seeing great water conditions out there with temperatures now in the low to mid, even upper 70s across Lake Michigan. And staying on the topic of swimming, the beach at Wabasas Lake in Kent County was closed on Friday. Water tests taken Tuesday showed high levels of E. coli. The lake is the second busiest of the 4 beaches the county monitors. The county restricted that water on Thursday morning, and officials say they hope the situation will resolve itself quickly. A beach in Muskegon is also closed once again for contamination. The city of North Muskegon posted on its Facebook Friday announcing the closure of Waterfront Sports Park due to unsafe amounts of E. coli. This is the second time there has been contamination this summer. It closed earlier this month, citing goose droppings as a possible reason for the E. coli contamination. And with continued warm weather in the forecast, you and your kids might be heading out to the beach or the pool. But before you do, there are 5 skills your child should know before they head into the water this summer. ABC News' Lindsay Davis spoke with an expert about those skills.
As summer temperatures soar, it's now during the summer months when we see an increase in fatalities and injuries due to drowning. 7-year-old Griffin Emerson was playing in the shallow end of his apartment pool in Michigan when he took off his floaties and drifted toward the deep end.
I just wanted to prove myself. I could actually swim and stuff.
In this surveillance video, you can see as Griffin starts to struggle. Nearly a minute goes by as he begins to sink to the bottom, and no one seems to notice until 2 young brothers at the pool see he's in trouble and jump in to help, pulling Griffin to the surface.
He's not breathing.
Could somebody start CPR?
His mom is doing CPR on him.
She gets Griffin breathing again, and the boys who leapt into action are hailed as heroes for their quick thinking.
Biggest misconception about drowning is that we're going to be able to hear it, that we're going to hear splashing, people are going to be able to call for help, and that's not the case. Drowning is actually silent.
According to the Red Cross, 85% of people claim they can swim, but a little more than half of them can actually perform all 5 of the basic skills that might help save their life in water.
Why are these particular skills so important?
So there are skills that if you accidentally fall in the water, you're able to know that your child or yourself is able to save yourself.
Red Cross swim instructor Kate Waxler takes my son through the 5 basic skills of water competency. The first is entering the water safely.
Aiden, we're going to do the first step, which is jumping in and then coming back up. You ready? All right, 1, 2, 3, go!
Second, treading or floating for at least 60 seconds.
Good job, you're doing great.
Experts say that gives you time to get your bearings in an emergency. Third, turning a full circle to be able to find an exit.
You're just going to turn all the way around so you're facing me again. Perfect.
The fourth,
one of the hardest steps, we're going to swim 25 yards. So in this pool, it's up and back.
25 yards, an important distance to show stamina in case of emergency. And finally, the 5th skill, being able to exit the water safely. In a pool, that means without the assistance of a ladder or steps. Even with these skills, Waxler says it's important to always keep an eye on kids in and around water. Tragedy can happen in seconds.
Even when your kids have swim competency, you never want to swim alone. It's a club you never want to be in where something happened to your child and it's, I didn't know. The pool is an amazing, great place. We just need to make sure that we use it safely.
And with continued hot weather this summer, your home can be an oasis from the heat, but concerns about energy bills can also make you wonder, what's the best way to keep my home cool without breaking the bank? Here's ABC News' Ginger Z with details in this Climate Minute.
As the Earth warms, demand to keep cool is also rising. That means that more energy is being used and more strain is on our power grids. Jennifer Amann, a senior fellow at the American Council for an Energy Efficient Economy, says that there are just simple steps to keep your home comfortable and use less energy. The most effective thing, once your home is cool, keep that cold air in by closing your shades and avoid generating any extra heat.
Think about what you're doing inside your home that creates heat and try not to do that during the hottest time of the day. So run your dishwasher overnight, run your dryer overnight. Those types of options are going to help reduce your energy use and reduce how warm it gets in your home.
Also, raise the thermostat a few degrees and use fans. She said don't fall for the temptation to crank the thermostat down.
If you want it to be at 75, don't come in and turn it down to 68 and then turn it back up. That'll just make your system work too hard, and it's not going to get colder any faster.
Want to save up to 10% on your energy bills right now? The Department of Energy says get a smart thermostat. That way you can set a program and control it from anywhere. And before winter returns, look into upgrades like sealing those air leaks and replacing windows. There are also new tax credits for energy efficient appliances that could really help out with the cost. For this Climate Minute, I'm Ginger Z.
And tonight was the kickoff concert for this year's Coast Guard Festival in Grand Haven, and the weather is always a concern for organizers of big events like these. While this evening went off without interruption from Mother Nature, if we do get a pop-up shower or storm over the next 10 days of the festival, event organizers do have a plan. They say that the concerts will continue rain or shine, but if rain does pick up, the first step of the festival will be postponing the event. In the event of lightning in the area, they'll shut down the concert for 30 minutes, but will reevaluate after that. Despite potential inclement weather over the next 10 days, they do say that they're going to try their best to remain on schedule.
If it gets anywhere where it's an issue with being dangerous, we will evacuate for the 30 minutes. People can go to their cars, they can go into a restaurant, they can go shopping for a little bit, and then hopefully what our intent is to continue the show through its entirety.
Now, if you're looking for updates on cancellations or delays, the Coast Guard Festival Facebook page or website will be the best places to go for that information. Unfortunately, if an event does get canceled, there will not be a makeup date due to back-to-back events over the next week. Now remember, you can also keep up to date on the weather while you're at the Coast Guard Festival or before you head there by downloading the 13 on Your Side app or the weather app from 13 on Your Side. There you'll be able to see current conditions, the upcoming forecast, and radar, as well as set up weather alerts for the location you're in. It's free to download it in the App Store or Google Play. You can also text the word weather to 616-559-1310. That'll give you a link to the latest forecast. Now, of course, over the weekend and throughout the next week of Coast Guard Festival, we'll be keeping you up to date here at 13 on Your Side, and make sure that you know the weather before you head out the door. Of course, if you want more information, though, you can find that online at 13onyourside.com or by downloading those news and weather apps. For now, though, thanks for watching 13 Plus. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens.